And we have Mr. Harold Geronimo as your judge.
Good evening, Ingrid.
Good evening.
We saved the best for last.
Thank you.
Very timely question. How do you think can we unite as a people under one flag after a very divisive elections?
To be able to unite as a people, we need to remember that we are working toward one common goal. And that common goal is to make our nation a better place, is to develop our nation, is to support our communities, and is to grow our culture and our heritage. No matter what our political beliefs are, no matter what our religion is, we should all remember to start with respect. We should respect each individual, whether or not we agree with their sentiments, and then we can be able to learn how to be united, how to work towards a common goal, and how to create a better world. Thank you so much.
Hi, Justine.
Hello.
So, the question I have here for you is, what can we learn from celebrity breakups that expose their private lives to the public? Again, what can we learn from celebrity breakups that expose their private lives to the public?
Thank you for the question. Good evening, everyone. We all have choices in this life, and to be a celebrity is someone to be of power, and to have power is someone who has authority, but it doesn't mean that they are not human. We should always respect people regardless of what they are going through, because you never know what they are going through their private lives. And I think if we do this, we'll definitely become more collected together and respected for one another. Thank you.
Thank you, Justine. And her judge is Miss Evangeline Pascual.
What is your name, dear? Allison? Ashley. Ashley. How are you, Ashley?
I'm doing amazing. I can't feel my feet, but that's okay.
Fabulous. Getting in touch with the self is great. My question is, should bloggers and vloggers be accredited as members of the mainstream media? Should bloggers and vloggers be accredited as members of mainstream media?
Mainstream, sorry, what was the last word?
Media.
Media.
I do believe so, because they are voices for the things that they care about, for other people, as well as those that they represent. Vloggers and vloggers do their best to provide people with information on all shapes, size, forms and platforms. My mother personally herself is a blogger, and I know that she proudly advocates and shares all the things she's passionate about. Anyone can be well educated on a subject if they're passionate and dedicated, and if people use credible sources, then absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashley, and happy birthday again. We have Miss Danlyn Vera.
Hi, guys.
She was in my interview.
Hello, candidate 24.
Hi, Miss Danlyn. Good evening.
How's your night?
Kind of nervous, but I'm so grateful that I have all of my family and friends here who came all the way from the provinces. And actually my mom isn't here to support me, so they really fill in the gap of my, my mother being in the States right now.
Okay, that's good. Here is my question. Do you agree that we should tax the rich even more to help the country rebound from the pandemic?
May you ask the question again, Miss Danlyn?
Do you agree that we should tax the rich even more to help the country rebound from the pandemic?
Definitely. I think, am I right, the rich? I think these are people who are on businesses, who have successful ones, and I think they should be taxed as high as they can to help the people who are in need, especially through the pandemic. I think it's really concerning for them, it should be concerning for them that they should contribute to the economy, to the people around them, instead of just focusing on their own businesses and their own pleasure and interest. And so with that, I think that they should be taxed higher so that they could help their fellow citizens. Thank you.
Definitely be sustainable tourism. The Philippines is such a melting pot for different cultures, and we are the best tourist spot in the whole world. But because we are so popular, we are degrading the environment and we are losing the touch of our culture. So if we can promote sustainable tourism by avoiding over-tourism and making sure that each Filipino gets to explore each and every corner of the Philippines, then we can celebrate the Philippines while protecting it. Thank you.
Good evening, Cassandra.
Good evening, Miss Angelina.
My question for you is, should the people within the LGBTQ plus community have the need to come out of the closet? Why or why not?
With someone who has many friends in the LGBTQI plus community, I know their struggles because I've heard their stories. I respect that when they want to come out, it is their choice. I believe that as a straight cis woman, I should respect them and give them love and kindness. That is what the LGBTQI plus community needs, especially in this age. I want to empower them and embrace them with my love, and that's why I'm an exceptionally empowered Filipina. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Miss Cleofe Albiso.
Here's your question. How do we cope up from an education deficit accumulated due to the pandemic?
As an advocate of education, I do agree that during the pandemic, we have suffered the most. But the children who have a lack of access to education have suffered the greatest. And working hand in hand with ERDA Foundation, who empower the marginalized Filipino, I believe by uniting benefactors and encouraging our children and allowing them to go back to school, especially during this pandemic, will make this world a better place, because education is the greatest weapon against poverty. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate number 25.